right, welcome to episode 174. As you can see, I'm in my own, I don't know what you'd call this, corner. It's not really a studio. I guess you call it a corner, but this is where I do most of the sports stuff. But tonight, happy birthday to Noelle if she's out there.
Happy birthday to Noelle for sure. Noelle is amazing. I can't imagine anybody else sharing the show with you.
Yeah.
And Noelle has done so much to bring forth so many of the stories we talk about and helped so many of the victims that she's come across.
Yeah.
So she's
No doubt.
she's just amazing.
No, perfect. Like I said that time in the paper, I couldn't have found a better co-host to do this.
Yeah.
I don't think there wouldn't be one.
Right.
If it wasn't for her, I just don't think there'd be one.
Mm-hmm.
Because no one had the ability to just say, but I don't care who you are. We're going to do what we got to do. So yeah, she's not here. It's her birthday. She can enjoy that as well. What else? Oh, the stars. Hey guys, Chris is here. Liv is here. Hey Chris,
Hey,
I hope
guys.
your family's doing good. Hope you're feeling better.
Yeah, best wishes, especially to your mom, Chris.
We got stars you can use. What that means is if you give us 99 cents, we get 100 stars. Hey, Dominic is also here. Cianchetti. Hey, Dominic. So the 100 star, you give us 99 cents, we get 100 stars. We get enough stars accumulated. Facebook gives us the opportunity to do some advertising through Facebook. Not only that, the 99 cents accumulates, and then me, Noelle, and Dennis, and everybody, we're going to try to get together, and the stuff with Falls Count Anywhere, all the sports shows. Then we try to see if we can make things better, make them look better, have different equipment, just do all kinds of things. Maybe do the Catch the Predator thing we've been talking about for some years now, or some time now. So that's the stars, and thank you for everyone. Liv, thank you. Did I say it was episode 174 already? Yeah, it is. And I want to thank everyone. 3,554 followers we have in the last 3 years we've accumulated. So thank you to every one of you. Robin is here. Gail and Jerry, of course, are not. They're celebrating birthday with Noelle. And Dennis will be back next week as well. He's a little bit under the weather. Hope he's feeling better too, if he is listening.
Yeah, feel better, Dennis.
Yeah, he lost his voice, or else we'd have the Hannon's Cannon tonight.
Yeah.
So we'll have to. Oh, speaking of
which I'm looking forward to.
Next week, I'm not sure, but we'll see if we're going to have that debut, because we have a big show next week, and Dennis will be with us. I talked to Katie Rifford today.
Oh, yes.
Katie's sister, she had that court date for the nonsensical, what was it? Disorderly conduct charge. Well, anyways, both judges recused themselves, so there's been nothing since. Of course, as everything that goes on in Katie's life with law enforcement and stuff, they do things like that just to intimidate or to give anxiety, and then never follow through. The warrant for Katie's arrest doesn't seem to be true, but it keeps popping up on websites and then going down, then going up, then coming down. So we'll have some information on that as well come next Monday, and because they're going to be with us. It's a big show next week. She has some really interesting information about child trafficking. Gosh, I can't wait to get into that. We didn't get into it as much on the phone, so we're going to wait till next week. But we will have a lot to discuss then, and everyone will be back, and we'll hear more about what's going on with Katie and her quest to get her kids back. And like I said, Katie's sister did not have that court date was canceled because the judges recused themselves. So there'll be a lot to talk about come next Monday. Big show next Monday. This show's a little bit light because it's just me and you. So no, it is just me and you. What do you mean? Hey,
that's not light. We're great.
No, oh, okay. So you're gonna just start
great entertainment.
Yeah, great entertainment. People are leaving as we speak.
Yeah,
I can see them. They're not even staying. They looked and they said, "Screw it, we're gone."
Blame them.
Mm-hmm. Anyhow, let's get into some stuff. First off, you know the story Robin, we talked about a little bit last week where the Niagara County legislature gave themselves all a $5,000 raise.
Yes.
They voted 15-0. They don't care, Republican and Democrat alike. They took for themselves an extra $5,000 next year, starting in January.
Right.
We talked about how not many people get a $5,000 raise.
No.
Not many, and anywhere around here, I bet nowhere in business I could imagine that someone's saying, "Oh God, I got a $5,000 raise." You're lucky
Right.
if you get 5%.
And isn't that a part-time position?
I think so.
Yeah,
and
so-
even at full time, a $5,000
Yeah,
raise is
what I'm
crazy.
saying.
You know what? They complain. I don't understand it. They haven't done anything to earn a raise for sure.
No.
There's been nothing earned. The people from Niagara Falls should be ashamed, though. We talked about last. We talked about poverty, and they're taking 5,000. Hopefully, they'll take that 5,000, and what could they do with it? Maybe give it to put it in a food bank or something. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
Because people need that. Now I got to ask you something. Hey, Bill's here. Hey, Bill. And this is open too tonight. If you got anything you want to talk about, just put it on the message board. We'll discuss it. We'll do whatever. Just let me know. I'm sure Bill knows all about Katie. Hi, Cindy. She's also here, and all of our friends.
Cindy.
Robin is here as well. And big day tomorrow also, by the way, guys. I know we've talked about Robin's issues with the kidney disease and all that. Well, tomorrow's a big day. She has a doctor's appointment, and this might be the day that we find out exactly what our plan is going forward. So give Robin best wishes, good thoughts and prayers tomorrow and all that stuff, that we have a nice, easy appointment. Hey, Kim, so that we don't have anything crazy happen, right?
Yeah, thank you for all the well wishes out there.
Yeah, it's hard, but you're doing good. You're doing good, Robin.
And Noelle was kind enough to make a GoFundMe page for us. To everybody who shared it or donated to it, from the bottom of our hearts, we thank you.
Yeah, it's not something that I don't even like it. You know what I mean? It's hard.
Yeah, it's hard to do.
Yeah.
But we definitely need it, and
oh, thank you.
we appreciate it, Noelle.
But really important, tomorrow is your doctor's appointment.
Yes.
And that needs to be what we need to do. Oh, Suzanne said they miss you at work.
Oh, I missed
You miss work. Yeah, I know you do. Everyone's giving their best wishes and stuff. Yes, please. Positive thoughts tomorrow. Big doctor's appointment for us. Robin has been incredible. She goes through stage 4.5, I guess, of kidney disease. And we sit here and sometimes don't even know it because all she feels is fatigue. Thank you, guys. Yes. Just keep on her. And Jerry's here too. Just please remember her in your thoughts tomorrow, because we got that appointment and it's going to be a good one. Let's hope.
I think this one's actually going to be a good one. I think this one's going to say that the blood work has stabilized. Now, where we go from here, I guess
we'll find out.
We'll find out. But
yeah. The Niagara Gazette was nice enough to do a very nice story on Robin. You'll see it tomorrow in the Gazette. So check that out too. All right. So we were talking about the county legislature. This will be one of the topics. And like I said, Bill says, good luck, Robin.
Thank you.
Everyone's wishing you luck. The Niagara County legislature, we talked about this last week, but here's how I wanted to tie this in. There was people angry. Now, this is a baseball player, so if you don't watch baseball, it doesn't even matter. But for those of you that do, his last name is Ohtani. Gail wants to know as soon as you know.
You'll be the first person I call.
Real fast, and then Bill, I'll get to that. Ohtani, baseball player, gets $700 million for 10 years from the Los Angeles Dodgers. What pisses you off more? What? Hey, John's here. John, get well too.
John,
John's battling his own stuff.
I hope you're feeling good, John.
I don't think Ohtani bothers me as much as those guys taking $5,000 of taxpayer money. You got to think about it. Ohtani's is not my money.
Ohtani has taken money from rich people. He's taken money from
Dodgers fans,
from the owners, and from Dodgers fans who are willingly giving it to him.
Right.
Whereas this, they're taking without any recourse.
Well, there's no reason. They just take $5,000 times 15 per legislator, and they're taking it from your money. my
Right.
money, our money, right? And whereas someone who's a baseball, football, hockey entertainer, whatever you want to say, anything, movies, music, they have, without the fans buying the stuff, there would be no money to give.
Right.
But here we pay taxes not to give them a $5,000 raise. So to me, I'm more pissed off at the 5,000 than I am at the 700 million, because that doesn't affect me. The 700 million.
100%, Yep.
All right. Bill Nye says, what the hell was Faso doing at Katie's hearing? What is his position in Niagara Falls? We got a little dialogue going on in here. Gail asked Bill what Faso was in court when she was arrested. Jim was there. What is Jim doing?
He's a judge.
He's the judge in Niagara Falls, right? Yeah, it's a really good question. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the hell he's doing there, but that's going to be part of the story next week. With Kate, when Katie comes on with us, she has some information about the Faso group and Jim being there and all that she is going to share with everyone. That she didn't really share a lot with it to me today, but sounds like it's going to be pretty interesting. Pretty kind of might be stuff we never even talked about before. So I'm curious to see what they know about. Hey, Noelle is here. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
So it'll be interesting to find out, Robin, what she knows about the Faso group.
Oh,
because you know what, whether they like it or not, and they do like it, because of everywhere they are, they're going to be talked about all the time.
Well, yeah, they intertwine themselves in everything. So if you don't want your name intertwined in everything, then you better sit home.
Yeah, but Katie's got some interesting information. She brought the name up to me. I sure as hell didn't. And she said she's got some really interesting information about child trafficking. And we look forward to that big show next week, as Katie will be joining us. I'm sure maybe her brother and sister. I know we're going to have some video and audio and all kinds of stuff next week. And we'll have all of us back together again. As Noelle says, Faso better not be involved in Katie's case. It sounds like it. It sounds like he talked beforehand. He had talked to someone for 15 minutes, like in the courtroom. I have no idea what he could have had to do with this case. I don't understand it. It's just like they wanted to do her appeal in Niagara Falls City Court as well. Robin, do you remember that?
Yeah.
So that was very odd. Did you see Janelle's father retired finally? Now the rest need to go. Yeah, he finally retired after all that. Oh God, I don't know how old he could be, but he had an interesting many censures and everything else through the years. I forgot what it was all about, but we could always go back through the paper and you'll see the old newspapers will tell you what the hell he did. Remember there was a whole thing with him with the father out in town of Niagara?
Yes.
And he got himself in trouble. I just can't remember what it was, but obviously it's no trouble. It would be trouble if someone else did it.
Yeah.
But it's not really any trouble.
No, not when your last name is Faso.
And Noelle says he knows his kids will continue the corruption for him. Oh yeah, it goes on. It lives on. It certainly lives on. Right. He took money or something like that. He did something on town. I don't remember. But yeah, but it was something like that. And he didn't pay something back. Dominic says, so does that mean Faso's father will be out there helping hand out hot dogs? Yeah.
Or at the bars.
At the bars. He certainly probably was
He's cutting the line.
He was the probably patriarch of hot dogs. I'm guessing. Knowing all that.
He's got the toppings. He's got the ketchup, mustard, and relish.
God help us all. But he's done. So, I mean, after how many years? 40 years, probably, I would say. He's got to be in almost 80.
Yeah.
He's probably been there 40, 50 years.
Yep.
And, he made enough money off of everyone now, and he can move on. It's kind of like going back to the county legislature, 5K. Like, let me find what Burdette said about that. He made a good point. Athletes get paid off of revenue. Our politicians get paid from our tax money to fix cities, right? And it goes right back into their, that's it's sick. It's sick that an elected official could do that. Think about it. Be able to say, you know what? Yeah, I deserve the raise. So I'll take it.
Yeah.
It is kind of sick. It really is. Angelina says hi to all.
Hi,
Hello.
Angelina.
So we were talking about that. I mean, there's not much to go over too much on that. I just wanted to bring up the 700 million to the baseball player and the 5,000 to the Niagara County Legislature. 15 of them take, and how much to me getting angry over 700 million of private money. Really, it is. It's private money. It's not government money. It or taxpayer money, unless I have to decide to pay to buy Dodgers stuff or to go to a
Right.
Dodgers game or whatever.
Yes.
Is it's a whole hell of a lot different. And I think it's a lot. I said this a million times on here. It's a lot easier to be mad at people in Los Angeles for nothing than it would be to be mad at the Niagara County Legislature because you're going to know the men and women.
Right.
So it's disgusting. And really, if everything worked out the way it should, they should probably never ever. They should be voted out just for that. But it
Right.
never happens. When Janelle posted that picture, Nick D'Angelo's lawyer liked it. LOL. Go figure. They're all so close.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on a minute. Let me show something here.
The scum always
Look at this. Yeah, they love each other. They rally. Look at this thing. There has been sightings of these everywhere. I know we've talked about them before, but I guess there was one at Five Below. They've been showing up everywhere.
Oh yes.
The posters. I got one up on the screen right now for everyone to see. So there you are. We'll have to keep showing that as well. Whoever's doing that, great.
Yes.
What a great job you're doing.
To the poster bandit, we thank you. You're doing an excellent service to the community. Because people need to know. I mean, people where he lives now need to know, and the people in Niagara Falls need to know because he seems to like to hang out here.
And you should realize how much people just forget.
Yeah.
Out of sight, out of mind type of thing. And they just forget about everything. All the signs keep getting ripped down too. Noel said, yeah, they keep getting ripped down. But it's great that they're inside the stores and they're everywhere. Let me bring it up again in case you haven't seen it. Obviously this show will keep sharing it and showing it over and over again. There he is. There's the address where he's at. And
Did the new batch of signs get ripped down, Noel?
I think so.
They did?
I believe so. Yeah, they keep getting ripped down.
Jesus.
These ones were inside. There was one inside a wall. I had some inside a Walmart. We had some at Five Below.
It is insane.
Yeah, it really is. Oh, Scott said I have a new batch of signs with his address on them. Very good. And Noel said yes to all that. Whoever made those posters did a great job. Yeah, did a great job. They look incredible. Did you see how they look?
Yeah.
I mean, it's professionally done. It looks great. Thank you very much, whoever's doing that.
Yes.
You're doing more for Niagara County than
the legislators that just took a $5,000 raise.
Right.
They should. You know what? They should put that $5,000 into paper
to help them
and print more of these and get them out to the community.
Dominic says 15 for 5,000 each. You know how many people can get help by even paying a heat bill, right? Or food pantry. They make Pelosi seem like a godsend. You're right. They do. They actually do make them seem like a godsend. We just I don't understand, but I guess that's just how it works. I mean, I understand they talked about union. I think like collective bargaining, and it's just a bad look. And I think at this point in time, maybe they should reconsider and give it back.
Yeah,
or something.
Donate it.
I know the people out. I'm just surprised at the Falls because I know the people out. You want to go out to Heartland. These guys don't care. They've proven they don't care. Right. Man, there was one guy. The one guy's on there right now who said he wanted to move the welfare building, the social services building, to Middleport, so it'd be harder for people to get to.
Right.
So all right. That's all you need to know about that. But the rest, holy cow! I mean, at some point.
That makes a great point. There's an overflow of people at the missions too, where this money could be going to.
Yeah, it's
and these are people who don't. These are people who have other good paying jobs. These aren't people.
Yeah, no one. Yeah, no one.
Nobody is using this $5,000. Oh, thank God! I'm going to pay my electric bill now.
No, but that's how it is in politics, right? I mean, think about it.
There,
Think about how many times. Well, think about the mayor right now. How many? No, think about how many jobs he received after he got thrown out of one.
yeah,
They
Yeah.
fell over each other to get each other to give him 4 or 3 part-time jobs that would equal the same amount that he lost.
right,
It doesn't stop.
yeah.
And if you don't stop it, but that's, you know what, too,
And then that normalizes him again, and then he can run for mayor. And he runs for mayor, and people vote for him because they liked my father-in-law.
but it's a shame on the voter too.
Yeah,
Like when you see this $5,000 raise, what do you think about that as the voter? What do you think? Because you know what happens? You just keep reelecting these guys and women, so that's okay. You are validating it. You're saying yes, we're for that. Good for you. And if they're gonna if you're gonna give it, if they're gonna take it, and you're not gonna say anything about it, what do you think?
Yeah.
I mean, there comes a point where, but we don't ever reach that point, and it's not just here in Niagara County, right? It's nationwide. We never put our foot down and stop it.
Right.
Right. If Niagara Falls, yeah, you're right, Noel. If Niagara Falls actually voted, he wouldn't win.
That's absolutely right. I mean, he came.
A lot of things would change. Yeah.
This time,
Right.
and I think a lot of people didn't vote because they didn't really believe that he could lose.
Yeah, and no one really knew his challenger.
Yeah, that was the other
he was
thing.
Kind of missing in action. He showed up to a couple debates, and that's it.
Yeah, I wish he would have done more to present himself to the community.
I'm sitting here online doing this all the time. I'm all around, and I don't even know who the hell he is. We offered him to come on this show, by the way, and he refused. So why would he refuse? I don't understand. Why would you not come on our podcast?
Right.
Why refuse? Because you don't want to upset the mayor?
Probably.
But you're his opponent.
Right.
Yeah, right. Yeah, real good opponent. Disgusting is what it is, and for what? He's done nothing to earn that raise. Yeah, they've done nothing to earn a raise. No politician's done anything to earn a raise anywhere in this country, from the federal government all the way down to here. If the challenger came out, he could have probably had it. He came close, 200 people short. Right, he did not come on here. He was offered to come on here, and he said no. He said he'd come on after the election. Well, after the election, why do I want him on here? What would be the point of having him on here after this?
Right.
It's just ridiculous, the whole damn thing. Well, not just Nick's, also Shalokians. I mean, you put them all together. Why the hell was that going on? I don't know. Why did any of it? Nick's was on the ballot. Glenn decided to do a write-in campaign. I don't get it. I don't know what happened there. But either way, no one knew who that guy really was. No one.
No.
No one knew who. I don't know who the hell he is.
No.
The only thing I knew about him was what was in the paper years ago with the gun and everything else from being a police officer.
Right.
Other than that, his name popped up, and it could have. I never heard of him in my life. And we know how much name recognition matters here.
Right.
And so what we're going to do is the opposition is put someone. Let's run someone who has big time name recognition against someone who no one knows.
Right.
What's going to happen?
And then make sure the person that no one knows doesn't do anything to get people to know them.
Yeah, all that would come is some stupid mailers that everyone throws out, no one cares about. And to be honest with you, they might as well stop them.
Yeah.
Wasting money, thousands of dollars on mailers.
Yeah, you could wipe your ass with.
When that's what people do. They go right in the trash.
Mm-hmm.
No one cares about that stuff. All you do is get owned. When then you let these stupid parties pay for them, and you're done.
Right.
Once they pay for them. And I still don't believe there was an appetite to really beat the mayor. There's a lot of
New York State wants
smoke and mirrors
the
with
mayor.
that. And that's whatever.
It's in everyone's best interest at that level for him to stay.
What about what about even Deister? How did he keep winning? remember they had
'Cause
no
he keeps
water in
giving
LaSalle.
people jobs.
Right, but they want him to win.
Right.
For some reason, it was better to have him there than what else you could have.
Right, because they want someone they can control.
Right. Yeah.
And as much as the mayor might present himself as Mr., altogether, somebody's controlling him.
Yeah. Yeah, well, no, he's not going to do anything that he might, I'll have a prediction. He may not run again next time. It would not surprise me if he don't run again next time
Yeah.
because of how close this was.
Right.
He will retire before he were to get a chance of losing. The only way he runs, it's not going to be 50-50. You see what I mean?
Right.
It isn't going to be like a 50-50 shot. He's only running if he knows the deck is stacked.
Right.
Other than that, yeah, he won because of his family. His dad's similar to why my brother wins. And Deister was awful. Yeah, he was awful, and he got 4 terms. He got 4 times at it. And he'd still be there today if he didn't decide to retire. Seriously, He wouldn't have lost.
I know.
Because the mayor now wouldn't have ran against him. No chance he would have ran, and they would have been doing the same thing.
Well, think about the small percentage of people in Niagara Falls that actually go out and vote.
No, it's in line with the rest of the country.
Oh yeah.
It's not different.
But I think the feelings of the city aren't projected in the people who are voters.
Well, and
it's unfortunate, and it's on the non-voters. But I mean, I think the will of the people is not necessarily the will of the voters.
Right, because the voter is going to come there when the father of the guy that they give a job to is going, to vote. The mother, the grandmother, whoever, the cousin, the aunt, the uncle.
Right. The person who's without water is too busy fucking trying to figure out where they're going to get water.
But you know what's funny about that? And I agree with you, but the people out in LaSalle, they did a lot of talking back then when the lines are frozen. And here it is to me. The thing with no choices is not something that just happens.
Right.
Like it's done on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Why did they stop always trying to help Glenn Shalokian? Glenn Shalokian had name recognition. People like him. He has a core group of people. Probably could have garnered a little more than last time. Not always having 3 other people running. If it would have been just one person, right? And as far as Nix goes, he deserved to be on the ballot. He got himself on it.
Right.
He didn't do it. Regardless, he did the work to get himself a line on the ballot.
Yeah.
He was literally on it. He did not try much. But I don't blame him because after the primary, why would you?
Right.
It was over. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, yeah, but I guess that wouldn't surprise me. Because everyone is intertwined. They're all within each other because no one has the balls or the guts to say it like what it is.
Right.
Because of that politics, because of all that. Noelle, it's the only reason why it's the only reason that this podcast continues is because you helped me do that. Well, that's what we do. Badass. Yeah.
I love Noelle.
Yeah. So anyways, well, there's that. I mean, I got other stuff to talk about too. I don't even know if some of this stuff, I don't know if the people out there want to even talk. Let me know on the message board. I got some stuff here, but it goes beyond the city. But we could still keep talking about this shit. I don't mind. Because it's frustrating to me. I mean, it's so frustrating to me that I would move in a second if I could. I would leave the city and I'm talking, no one would even remember I was here type of thing so fast. I don't want to be here. Oh, no. Her comment went against community standards. No, I don't know about that. No, you see what Noelle wrote?
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. Community standards.
They can shove the community standards up their fat ass.
Right. Yeah, that's true. So, Robin, I got something that goes along with taxpayer money.
Okay.
I got a video to play. Yeah, I don't blame you, John. He said he got out 15 years now, no regrets.
Yeah.
I wish I could. God, I wish I. Oh my God, I wish 20. I wish about 15, maybe 15 years for us.
Yeah.
We could have.
Yeah.
The shot was there.
Yeah.
It was there. You know, we had that chance.
God, I wish.
All right, I want to play this video. This has to do with taxpayer money. Now, it has to do with Washington, D.C., but it kind of goes in with people giving themselves raises where tax money goes. Let me play this video real fast, guys.
Okay.
And it's only like a minute long. And thank you to Sky News for allowing me to use it. It's only like 35 seconds. Here we go.
Lawmakers voted against the bill that would provide billions of dollars in new assistance for Ukraine and Israel. Republicans are demanding tougher security measures to control immigration at the US border with Mexico. It comes as the US Defense Department has announced a $267 million military aid package for Ukraine as part of a previous funding deal. The package will include guided missiles, anti-armor systems, and high-speed anti-radiation missiles. National Security spokesperson John Kirby says unless further funding is agreed by Congress, this package could be among the last sent to Ukraine.
All right, there you go. That was just about taxpayer money. That was $110 billion on the table to give to Ukraine and Israel. Luckily, the Senate voted against it. So that stopped all of that money going out the door. So, I mean, good for them. For me, good for them for stopping it.
Yeah,
You know.
I don't think another penny should go to anyone when we have our biggest threat is an open border and we're not doing anything to address it. I think we need to address our own security before we're worried about Ukraine or Israel.
What I don't like about that is, even if they address the border, I still don't want money going to you. See, that's the problem. They want to hook this into this bill. So
Right.
if we get the money for the border, then we can throw the money to Ukraine and Israel. We have already sent so much money over there to Ukraine. It's unprecedented. Zelensky is meeting with Biden tomorrow. That'll be interesting. That's going to be a hell of a meeting, right? Because Zelensky's going to be begging. The worst thing that happened to Zelensky was the Israeli-Palestinian thing. Thank God now we can build up our own security. Money we don't have. You know, that's the thing, though. If we're going to do our own, do our own.
Right.
Don't put that in conjunction with sending it elsewhere.
Right.
Because I got to be honest at this point, and this is not humanitarian. This has nothing to do with humanitarian. Humanitarian, yes. I don't know how much do I really got to care about what's going on over there in Israel and Palestine?
I could care less on the humanitarian aspect.
I mean, but no one cares. But look, the death toll is wild. I mean, it's 18,000 Palestinians have died. 1,200 Israelis died in that attack when they went in there. Remember in October? So I don't know when's enough. I couldn't tell you. You tell the Palestinians to go south and then you blow them up south. So, I don't know what to say. Is it my business? Probably not. Why do I got to be involved in that? Let's see what Burdett says. Remember when Zelensky came and spoke to our lawmakers on the floor of the House, all high on coke and in battle? Yes, I do remember that. It was as bad as when Netanyahu came here and spoke to the joint, to the House and the Senate together. Yeah. Almost like it was a goddamn, whatever you call it, State of the Union address. What the hell's he coming here doing that? Zelensky just flew to Argentina to beg the new president of Argentina for money. That guy is desperate. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Look, again, I find it hard to believe. Listen, if they wanted Taiwan, they would take Taiwan. Wouldn't they?
Yeah.
What would happen? They would just take it. Yes. They would just take Taiwan. They would take it. Eventually you have to just let things happen the way they happen. And certainly if you're marching across Europe, I mean, that's a different story, but we're talking about things that are pretty much like Civil War stuff.
Right.
When you got Palestine and Israel, that's been going on for hundreds of years. And when you go Ukraine and Russia, it's same thing,
Yeah.
similar. So why the United States would think trillions of dollars need to go over there is something that I'm really glad that Democrats and Republicans alike, it appears, voted against it. I think they need 60 votes. They only got, I think, only got 51 or 49, whatever it was. So, but yeah, that was that. Just wanted to touch on that for a second. Kind of a big story. Kind of, I don't know. I don't really want to. Ukraine is in the top 5 of corrupt countries. That is correct as well. That's true. It is. I mean, that's where all the Biden stuff starts.
Yeah.
Or not starts, but it was there. Remember?
Yeah. So
With
yeah.
all that. So, as we keep sending money over and over, and it just goes with your tax dollars, just like the 5,000 for 15 legislators that really have no reason and don't deserve it. They don't deserve a raise. All right, what do we got here going on? I see some other commentary that I'm missing. Was the bar from the movie Porky's named in honor of Janelle? Let's see here. No other penny needs to go to fund that war. No more. You have students struggling to pay their loans. People can't afford to get homes. I can write a book, and Janelle's cousin is up in that White House basically handing out steaks while he sniffs females faster than Nick went to jail. That was Dominic. Yeah, no, I agree. There should be no more money given to anyone. Enough is enough. It appears that Israel is taking care of themselves.
Right.
They're just bombarding Gaza.
Right.
Hammering away. So what the hell do we need to give them money to do that anymore? They've done what they're doing and if we're just going to stand back and say, do what you want, what we have, they're doing what they want.
Yeah.
And the same has to go for Ukraine and Russia. I don't know what else to tell you. You can't keep doing it. You can't keep just handing out that kind of money.
No, you can't fund other countries' wars over and over again, especially when we have a crisis here.
We were paying Ukrainians' public works. Did you know that? Workers in Ukrainian salaries.
Yes.
With the money that we were sending. Think about that kick in the ass to the American worker.
Yeah.
We were paying them because they didn't have to. What? That's unbelievable.
Pay me.
No, really, think about how fucked up that is.
It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable that we were paying their federal workers. You and I, you out there, everyone, we were paying the federal workers.
Right.
That's insane. We no longer have voices. That's the problem. No, we don't have voices. And I will say, Angelina, I think we've given, sadly, I don't know how many hundreds of years or maybe decades or whatever, we've given it. We've just laid down and let them take it.
Yep.
And then, God forbid, if there ever were to be some sort of an uprising or whatever you want to call it, it becomes vilified, and you would be, you know what'll happen there.
Yeah.
So you can't.
Just like what happened, just like the whole January 6th thing.
Yeah. I mean,
there's an uprising, and
well, yeah. There's not. Our military is all-time low as our weapons. Well, yeah, we've been giving them all to Israel and Ukraine, and mostly to Ukraine and Israel. I mean, both. We're handing over everything you could think of. For a war, it's not even a war in Israel. It's not a war. There's no war. That's not a war.
Right.
That was an action by Hamas, and here's the reaction of just blowing the hell out of the Gaza Strip, almost to the point where maybe they'll just knock it into the ocean or into the water or wherever,
right?
Because it's not really it's not a war. I don't even know if it's a conflict. It's really not anything. It's just at this point, it is now just, I'm going to take what I've always wanted to. So,
right.
And if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do.
Yeah.
It's too bad for the Palestinian people that aren't involved and didn't have a say in what happened there in October.
Right.
That really is unfortunate.
Yep.
But I don't know if us funding all that is really something we should be involved in. I think they're good now.
Yeah.
They've they've probably, they're going to, at some point, they're going to have some kind of a meeting to figure it out.
Right.
Because the Palestinians aren't going anywhere.
Right.
They're all homeless, but they're not going nowhere. So who's going to rebuild the place? So, I mean, it's a mess. You know, they tried to use 9/11 as a thing. And look at what the United States did. Yeah, well, the United States bombed the hell out of I guess it was Afghanistan.
Right.
But a lot of it, from what I saw on TV, seemed to be mountains
Right.
and caves as they were trying to find bin Laden.
Right.
I don't recall them going, let's say, to Baghdad and you know what I mean? This wasn't like who was living in the mountains. I won't support anyone unless they say they support one term limit. Disband the free health insurance for life and no outside lobbyist money. Until the meantime, I'll be watching paint dry. No, that is true. I mean, those are the things you'd have to do. Then that would have to be around the horn. I mean, that'd be everywhere.
Right.
You would have to get rid of the insurance, the lobbyists and money, and then, yeah. And the parties are terrible.
Yeah.
The parties are so bad. They're such a criminal organization. It's nuts. They really are. They're a crime fan. They are worse than that. Because maybe those people used to just try to deal with themselves and not hurt innocent bystanders. Whereas these people are it's always innocent people.
And you know,
so
speaking of the parties, like, you can label yourself something without being part of the party. Like, you can be conservative and not have to say you're a Republican, you don't have to identify with the corruption that goes on with the Republican Party just because you're a conservative, or likewise if you're a liberal with the Democratic Party.
Yeah, it's unfortunately you can't take the corruption out of those parties.
Right.
Because once you try to talk about taking corruption out of politics, that means you're taking the parties out.
Yeah.
Until then, which I'm guessing will never happen, it's like paint dry, as watching paint dry, as Dominic said.
Right.
So, yeah, that I'm hoping. If they're going to do something with the border, though, please don't tie it into Ukraine and Israel. Just do something do something at the border. That's my thing.
Nice. That would be ideal.
And whatever and I don't think anything's going to be done at the border, really. Oh, by the way, there was an incredible poll out.
Not until Trump gets back into office. I mean, they've got, from what I understand, they have feet and yards full of wall that just hasn't been put up.
I saw an incredible poll the other day that said, were you better off in the Trump economy? And like 54% said yes in that.
Mm-hmm.
Are you better off in the Biden one? 37% said yes. Then you went to it was the same poll matchup between Biden and Trump was 50 to 44. So it's kind of weird. How could you be 37%? How did that happen?
Right.
I think there's a lot of lying to pollsters, because I think you're not going to see people that want to say they're going to vote for Trump, then will.
Right.
I think you're going to get a lot of that this time.
Yeah.
I also think that right now, unless there is a catastrophe of some sort, and I'm talking about that's done because Trump's not going to lose. He's going to be the nominee.
Right.
I mean, I just can't see how he can't be.
No.
So,
it would be crazy. He would run third party and win.
You would assume he would. Or he'd at least do so much that. But you see, here's the problem. The other Republican is no bet. I don't want them either.
Right.
So their opinion, they're garbage as well.
Right.
Yeah. So that's about it, guys. Thanks for joining us. I mean, we're gonna probably get ready to ship out here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
What are you gonna do?
Take my blanket and go over to the couch.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the Leafs play the Islanders. And so are you.
Yeah.
I am going to also remind everyone that next week will be a normal show. Next week, Noel will be with us. Dennis should be here. Robin, of course, Gail, Jerry. We'll be back where we normally are, doing all of our shows. Happy birthday to Noelle, and I hope she
Happy
has a great
birthday,
night.
Noelle.
Katie will be joining us. I know her for a fact. We're gonna have pictures. We're gonna have some video. We're gonna have some audio. She's gonna talk about some interesting stuff about child trafficking that she has uncovered that has never been said before. So we look forward to that. We'll talk more about Katie's sister and what happened with her. Really fake disorderly conduct charge that 2 judges had to recuse themselves from. So nothing happened there. The warrant for Katie's arrest, which is not true and fake. So next week we're gonna have a lot.
Yeah.
It'll be an action-packed show. Please join us on that day. Also, remember for me, please keep Robin in your thoughts, as tomorrow's a big day with the kidney doctor. And all of you have, because you're great out there, and I appreciate all of you. Appreciate every one of you followers, all 3,554 of you.
Yes.
And as we keep climbing, after 174 episodes and 3 years later, it's not bad. We're doing all right. We're gonna get to 4,000 soon. Other than that, Robin, is there? You know what else too? Let me remind everyone about this. And this is something I'm guilty of not thinking of it. Right here, give blood, please, if you can. I did not realize until Robin needed, it's like 3 transfusions in 2 weeks, how there is a blood shortage in the United States. As I was talking to some of the incredible emergency room workers, and if you can give blood, please do so, because there's a shortage in blood. You know what, man? When you're sitting back thinking, you don't realize.
Yeah.
I didn't. I don't.
No.
You're not thinking of it. But if you get a chance, give blood if you can. Let's see. Yeah, everybody, go. Let's go. Hope Dominic. Everybody's giving you well wishes.
Thank you.
And yes, I'll say this about Robin before we go. The most unbelievable. She's sitting here with what she has, and it doesn't faze her. So that's outstanding, and she's incredible. Thank Liv for everything. Thank you, everyone. John, you too, get better. We'll be talking to you. Prayers go out to John too.
Yeah, John.
Everyone out there, think of John. You see him in our board there, John Fidel. He could use everyone's good thoughts and prayers as well.
Yes.
All right, everybody. I am going to wrap it up here. We'll be back next week. Thank you, Bill and Angelina and everybody. We will be back next week with a big show as Katie Rifford will join us. Everyone will be back. We'll have the whole crew back together again. And take care. Also, as usual, keep an eye on Citizens United page. Keep an eye on Noelle's page. We're always trying to post newest things that we can. And anything ever comes through, anybody out there that wants to get a hold of us off time, the Citizens United page is a good spot to do private messages. Usually I check them all the time, but also you can private message me or Noelle. We're always there and ready. So that's it. All right, everybody.
Or if you happen to want to get a hold of me.
Oh yeah, they can do you. Yeah, they can send you a message.
Yeah.
Will you answer?
Sure.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You would, yeah. You just want to answer mine. You'll answer theirs.
Right.
All right, everybody. You guys have a good night. We'll see you next Monday with a big, big show.